thing about the contract the Browns gave Deshaun Watson, and they made a statement with that. Take a listen to Adam Schefter. This is from today about the contract and the way it's being viewed around the NFL.
Your Browns team made a move on a quarterback that, in my mind, pulled the biggest power play of all. Yep. Deshaun Watson, I think, as one NFL executive told me, broke the NFL, and that in 5 to 10 years, every NFL contract will wind up being guaranteed like the NBA. And if you remember, the NBA CBA doesn't call for contracts to be guaranteed. It's just the way that it evolved. And now, with Deshaun Watson going full guarantee on $230 million, there's a feeling across the league that that one contract is going to be the trigger point to other contracts all being guaranteed, to every elite quarterback demanding and getting a no-trade clause like Deshaun Watson had, and to the power of the quarterbacks that you're referring to growing even more in future years.
Yeah, I don't even consider this a question mark. I consider what you just said a fact. I just don't see any chance that it doesn't go in that direction. Now, listen, we've been getting a huge increase in the percentage of contracts guaranteed over the last few years, primarily by players doing shorter deals. Mm-hmm. This is the first time we've actually seen somebody accomplish this and do a lengthy deal.
It's an interesting concept, Quincy, but you know what? You got to do what you got to do to get a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, this is one of them things where I think people forget, right? A lot of the owners in the NFL now, they're more of the tech variety, right? They've come from these analytical backgrounds. They buy these NFL teams kind of in part as a business venture more than just a flex. Jimmy Haslam, on the other hand, he is not a tech billionaire, right? He's a dude who came from oil from the South. And he is primarily known, but before he was the owner of the Cleveland Browns, as the booster of the University of Tennessee. And when you have the owner that is the booster, he don't got a problem whipping out money and making it happen that way. And that's what Jimmy Haslam did, right? All these owners were looking at this, trying to make business sense of it, and not sure if they wanted to do it. If there's one dude in the NFL, right? I mean, like him, it used to be Mark Davis, or Al Davis used to be like this, and probably Jerry Jones, right? If there is somebody in the NFL that is willing to just say, all right, I'll just give you the money, I ain't worried about that, it's going to be Jimmy Haslam, right? Because that's what Jimmy Haslam's background is ultimately. He is a booster. I think people forget that when we talk about what this Deshaun Watson trip was, because after a while, this just became a recruiting trip, right? And, you know, I'm not saying that he dropped some bags at Tennessee to get some recruits, but we all know that Jimmy Haslam's a booster. This is not something that he was not unused to, right? He was like, okay, if this is what this is going to be, I know what to do. I'll give him it all. I wouldn't be surprised if he added like $10 million on top of it just to say what's up with it, just in case somebody was going to try to match it. So this is where, look, Jimmy Haslam is taking a lot of flack, and rightfully so, because he has not made some great decisions throughout his time as the owner of the Cleveland Browns. But one thing about Jimmy, if this thing comes down to money, Jimmy Haslam is not the Dolans. He is not going to be hesitant to throw out the checkbook. Jimmy Haslam, once he find out it's about money, he's like, this is my time to shine. I got it.
He got
that $230 million, a lot of that got to go into escrow like yesterday. Not everybody got money like that in the NFL. A lot of them have assets. Not a lot of them got cash like that. Jimmy Haslam got cash. Because don't forget, Jimmy Haslam, an oil man from Tennessee who's a booster for the Volunteers. He got cash. You know, and that's just how that rolls.